45. You probably need to charge my iPad as well. Yeah, any song from this list which is going to come up soon. Thank you very much. Good morning. A really warm welcome to this class today. I know it might be a little bit cold today because many parts of Singapore, well, it's kind of raining, I think, because as I was driving here, it rained quite hard. So let's get started with a more warming kind of a warm-up, all right? Just to make sure that your muscles are a little bit more tender to be able to contract and to lengthen to perform different various postures and of course different exercises that we're doing in class today. It is a 45-minute Pilates class. So when you're ready, let's get started, shall we? My name is Felicia. Let's go. So feet underneath the hip bones. So this is called hip width apart. Hands gently rested by the side of your hips. Starting to sense the ground with 3-foot centers. Now I'll be using a lot of Pilates lingo that I will not be explaining. For example, 3-foot centers. If any of the lingo sounds a bit unfamiliar to you, I say this in every class, please do watch videos that are produced much earlier on, possibly about 3 months back, so that you can actually start to get the basic foundational skills when it comes to Pilates itself. Okay, so hands by the side, just rooting into your 3-foot centers, starting to stack your spine bones nice and tall, one above the other. Knees are kind of soft, but they're not hyperextended. So try not to press through your heels to a point where the back of your kneecap kind of pops backwards. As you breathe in next, arms reaches up high. As you exhale, take a twist, face towards your right. Now notice that I'm wrapping my arms around my waistline. I am not turning my hips to face towards the right side. So keep the hips facing forward, chest just rotating and spiraling towards your right. Starting to notice if you're starting to bloat your ribs by arcing your spine, can we hug the belly and the ribs in? Stand up tall, still feeling into your 3-foot centers. Next time you inhale, arms reaches up high. This time side bend to your left. So left hand down by the side of your thigh, right hand reaching all the way towards the left side of the room. Starting to just breathe a lot deeper in through your nose. The exhale is out through your mouth. So we're fanning open that right rib cage. Just feeling to the sensations of allowing that side bend to deepen. Bottom shoulder melts away from the ear. Top arm straightens, bicep is in tandem with the ear. That shoulder, the top shoulder especially, pull it back possibly by 1 inch so you're not collapsing down forward. The next time you inhale, both arms reaches up. We're going to take a twist to face towards your left. So starting to wrap your arms around your waist, starting to allow the chest to kind of rotate and face towards the left side of the room. Again, the hips are not the one pointing towards the left. So if your fingers behind cannot actually wrap into your waistline, you can always put your palm against the small of your spine, but be sure that you're not bloating or arcing the spine. You're still hugging everything in towards the midline. You're still starting to breathe to grow your spine up towards the sky. The next time you inhale, arms up. Then we're going to take a side bend to your right. So right palm down by the side of your thigh. Left arm reaches all the way towards the right side of the room. Starting to feel that length through the left ribs. Just starting to notice that breath. Sensations that are passing through the entire body. Breathe well. So in Pilates, the inhale is through the nose. The exhale is out through the mouth. Starting to maybe straighten the top arm. Top shoulder 1 inch back. Deepen the side bend. As you breathe in next, both arms reaches up. Then as you exhale, sweep hands behind you, interlace all 10 fingers, pushing your knuckles down, straightening your elbows. So I'm going to show you from back profile. If you can touch the heels of your palms, by all means, please go ahead, do so. If your heels of the palms are kind of away from each other, and you're trying really hard but you can't touch them, don't force it. But eventually try every day, if you can, all right? To see whether you can slowly allow the palms to close. Just breathing in through your nose. The exhale is out through your mouth. This is a heart opening stretch. One more breath in here. Then slowly release hands by the side of your hips. Just standing up nice and tall. A breath in through your nose. The exhale is out through your mouth. Now 3 Pilates roll downs, all right? So as you take a deep breath in, lengthen, stand up a little taller. As you exhale, soften your knees, chin towards your chest, peel your spine off an imaginary wall. So you're starting to articulate the spine. You can soften your knees as much as you want to. Now, slowly rise up, stacking lower spine first. Mid-spine on the imaginary wall, upper spine, back of the skull. Let's do that again, shall we? Inhale, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, chin towards your chest, peel the back of your skull off the imaginary wall, starting to scoop the belly in and upwards, starting to round the spine, allowing the crown of the head to be heavy. Then slowly rise up. Remember, you don't have to touch the ground, okay? So your knees are soft. You go down only as deep as your spine allows you to. One more breath in through your nose again, and as you exhale, peel that spine off an imaginary wall once more. Starting to just fold yourself forward. Remember, the back of the neck should be long. It is not holding tension. Then slowly stacking the spine up. So you want to make sure the lower spine is plastered first, then the mid spine, then the upper spine, then the neck, then the back of the skull. Take a deep breath in up through your nose. Then as you exhale, palms pressing down right in front of you. Inhale again, sweep arms up energetically down. Shoulders by the side of your ears, well, below your ears, I would say. Hands are nice and relaxed by the side of your hips. If you'd like to, a simple head rotation in small little circles in any direction first. Then change direction, small little circles again. That's it. Then just facing forward towards me. Great work. Now take your feet slightly wider, toes pointing 45 degrees out. We're going to go for simple squats. So I want you to always imagine there's a wall behind you. As you sink yourself down, you're leaning your spine against that imaginary wall, hugging your belly in, tilting your tailbone down. Breathe well here. Slowly rise up. So from side profile, I'm doing this, okay? So I'm leaning my spine backwards as much as possible, then slowly rise up. There is no need to go so deep for the first few. But if you intend to go a lot deeper, be mindful that your knees are kind of not pushing too much beyond your toes. Slightly beyond your toes, I would say it's fine, but not to a point where you lift your heels off the mat, okay? So starting to just lean your spine backwards, sliding down, deepening the squat if you like to. Again, try not to push the hips back, chest coming down forward. This is not a squat position. All you're doing is to kind of do this, hip hinging movement, which is not what I want. So I want you to really start to deepen the squat, leaning the shoulders back, then slowly rise up. Now, if this doesn't work for you, option. If you have an exercise ball, the big round ones that you blow into, well, not that you blow into, but rather you can actually inflate it. You can always put it against the wall, lean against that exercise ball, then slowly come into a squat position, rolling down and up. Yeah. So if you have an exercise ball, it is a great tool to use in order to kind of elevate any kind of discomfort in the knees because you're leaning backwards against the ball. So you're not putting too much load into the knees. That's it. Slowly rising up. Now, one more time, you're going to come back down and just stay down only as deep as you want to. Hold it here. Make sure that your knees are pointing in line with your middle toe. So not just your big toe, but your middle toe. So I really need the knee to pull out slightly more. Press more on the outer edges of your feet where your pinky toe is, all right? Hold it here. We've got 3 pulses. Let's go. You go 3, 2, halfway up. 3 pulses again. Now I'm coming only halfway up. If you like to take a quick break in between, you're welcome to stand all the way up. That gives you that half a second of a rest before you come back down again. Keep going. That's it. Nice. Again, knees are pointing towards your middle toe. It is not pointing towards your big toe. One more time. You got 3 pulses. Sweeping arms forward to give you that balance. Then rise all the way up. Take a deep breath in, arms reaching up. Then as you exhale, interlace hands behind your lower back again. Now this time, can you start to clasp your fingers in the awkward side? So assuming when I clasp my hands, right, it's always my left thumb over right thumb. So I want you to do it the awkward side, meaning instead of left over right, your right's over left. Or if you are actually, well, if you feel more comfortable with right over left all the time, do left thumb over right, so the awkward side. Starting to push your knuckles down, straighten up your arms, presenting the chest forward. Just stay here for one more breath here. Then as you exhale, slowly release. This time, feet together, thighs together, squeezing in. So no holes between the thighs as much as you can. Sweep hands forward, sink down into a squat position. Once more, shifting weight towards your heels. Now belly in, ribs in, tuck your tail under. Okay, from side profile, instead of arcing the lower spine like this, yeah? I want you to protect your lower spine simply by tucking your belly in, then tail scoops under. Did you see the difference, yeah? So your lower back has a little bit more space. It's a little bit more protected. It's a little bit more held in, integrated. Inhale, rise up. That's it. Keep going like this. So I'm showing you side profile. You don't have to come into a side profile unless you have a mirror at home, and if this gives you feedback, then it's a good option to take. Okay? If not, you can always face towards me, just sinking your hips down low, then rising up. Great work. You got 3 more here. 2 more times. Breathing well, please. That's it. Rising up. 1 more time. Sink it down and deep. Hold it here. 3 pulses. Let's go. 3, 2, halfway up. You got 2 more times. 3, 2, 1. Last one here. Sinking hips down deep. That's it. Halfway up. Hold it there for 4. That's it. For 3. 2 more counts here. Last one. Listen carefully. This time round. Hands sweeping back. So chest comes forward. Now, if you can, shift more weight onto your toes without lifting the head up. I want you to just lift the heels up. Okay? So from side profile, I started like this. Yeah? Then I sweep my hands back. I shift my weight forward without lifting through the head. I'm lifting my heels up. Almost like you're trying to peer over a cliff. Hold it there. Find balance in 3. That's it. 2 more counts. Last one. Heels down, stand up tall, sweep arms up. If you can, interlace all 10 fingers. Push your palms straight up towards the sky. Maybe if you like to, take the hands behind the head. Pull the elbows back, lifting chin up, arcing the spine. Hold it here. It should be a pretty comfortable stretch. You should feel this in your spine. and through your armpits, the front of your chest, open up through the neck. One more breath in here, slowly release. Now, take a deep breath in again, sweep arms up. Then exhale, press down. One more time, sweep arms all the way up. Then simply press down. Great work. Now, if you need any external resources for the next part of the class, which involves a little bit more balancing on one foot, you're welcome to drag a chair alongside your mat so that you can actually have your hand on the chair. Or if you have a wall near you, you can always use the wall as support, okay? I'll be doing without support, so my hands are always on my hips, but I'll give you options to have your hand either on the chair or on the wall, okay? You ready? Now, shift your weight towards your right foot. If you have the chair beside you, it should be on your right, yeah? So starting to come onto left tiptoes. So I'm your mirror image, by the way. This is my right leg, but you should be doing your left. So left fingers on left hip, right hand on the chair or on the wall, up to you. Or unsupported, both hands on your hips. You decide, all right? Starting to lift the left knee in front of the hip, gentle tap down. That's it. Keep going. Lift knee up, gentle tap down. I'm going to show you from side profile, okay? So this is me doing this knee lift and gentle tap down. If you have a tendency of kind of leaning back as you lift the kneecap up, be mindful of that. Just grow the spine up tall, hug the belly in, integrate, then start to lift the knee up. Then it's a very gentle tap down. That's it. So you're putting more weight on your right foot. Great work. Now, friends who want to take it a little bit more intense, so you can actually bring the leg down, but don't tap the ground. So you're consistently balancing on that right foot. That's it. 2 more here. Great. Last one. Lift the knee up. Hold it there. Now, fingers on the hips. Remember when we did the stretch where I turned my chest to the side and I said hips don't turn? That's exactly what we're going to focus on. Hips do not turn. Open the knee out towards the side. That's it. Close it back in towards the middle. So your right hand can be on the chair. Then you're going to draw your left knee to open towards your left. So your hips are still pointing forward. It is not shining towards your left. Okay? Keep going, keep going. That's it. Starting to notice as you bring your knee towards your left, inner thigh will actually work. Yeah? And you can actually feel the side of your bum. It has to contract in order to bring the knee out. The inner thigh has to stretch. That's it. 2 more times here. So a lot of things happening at this point of time. And you should be consistently feeling the burn in your right leg. 1 more here. Open up. Stay there with knee pointing towards your left, okay? Now, hand can be on the chair, on the wall, or unsupported on your hip, okay? Using your left hand, just bend down, grabbing onto the ankle. Bring that foot into your inner right thigh. Then lift yourself up, both hands on your hips, or again, give yourself nice support by holding onto the back of the chair. Hold it here. Open up through the chest. So synergy is important now. You're pressing your foot into your inner thigh. Your inner thigh also presses back, so you find that balance. And through that synergy, you're going to grow yourself up tall. Okay? Stay here. Starting to feel a nice stretch through your inner left thigh. 1 more breath in here. Then slowly, slowly, you're going to start to bring that knee in front of the hip again. That's it. Hold it there. Stay. Final option. Straighten the leg. Hold. So if you're starting to lean yourself back, like this, I would rather you re-bend the knee slightly and stand up tall. So this is better than this, okay? But of course, if you can straighten your leg and still stand up tall, go for it. Friends who want to increase the intensity of this, both arms reaching up, bicep is framing your ears, not in front of your face. Take 1 more breath in here, slowly release, stepping the left foot. Don't know if you felt that, you should have, especially through your right thigh. Okay, if you have the chair, bring it now towards your left. Again, you can't bring the wall with you, but you can always turn around, okay? So get ready. Your left hand can always be on the back of the chair or just nicely propped against the wall. Then come and stand onto your left foot. Place more weight on your left foot. Friends who are doing unsupported, both hands on the hips. So this is what I reckon, okay? If you want to take the hardest option of this, both hands on the hips. But every single time you lift your knee, you're doing this. You're losing your balance. Can I please recommend that you really go to a wall? Fingers gently grazing the wall. Just lift the knee up, okay? Hold it there. Just stay, breathe. Then when you're ready, simple tap down, lifting the knee back up again. All right? So same concept. do you tend to lean back as you lift the knee up? Can you try not to? So instead of leaning backwards, you're going to start to train your body to stand more upright. So imagine a string attached to the crown of the head, just pulling you straight up towards the sky. Your heels have, I would say, is bolted down towards the earth. So that two-way relationship. Starting to notice how this actually creates integration, and through integration, it is a solid foundation that allows you to be a little bit more stable. Okay, keep going. Friends who want to increase the intensity, try not to tap the ground. You're going to lower the leg down without touching completely onto the mat. That's it. You got 3 more here. Breathe. Last 2. Hopefully this is creating a little bit more heat in your body. 1 more, lifting up, hold it there. Now same thing, hand can be on the chair, on the wall, or on your hip. Open knee towards your right, hug it back in. So hips are not going to swivel and face towards your right, just remember that. Hug it back in, that's it. Keep going like this. Starting to notice again your breath. Are you holding your breath? Remember, I always say, right, in Pilates, there's no such thing as wrong breathing, but the only wrong breathing, I reckon, is that you actually hold your breath, especially when you're getting to something that requires you to put in that little bit more effort. So it should be I would say the intensity that you always want to give yourself is one that challenges you, but still allows you to breathe. You got 2 more here. Great. Now the next time you open the knee towards your right, you're going to stay there, hold it there. Get ready. Right hand grabbing onto your ankle. Pull the foot into your inner thigh. Okay? So not your kneecap. If you want something slightly easier, you can always be down here on your shin, or you can even tap down to the ground. Should have said that in the first part, right? So if you can, knee up high, then just starting to press into your inner thigh pushes back. Hand can always be on a chair or on the wall. If not, unsupported fingers onto your hips. Open up through your heart. That's it. Find balance. Take a breath in here. Take a breath out. Now slowly release it to a standing position again. Likewise, hold it. You can either stay here and that's good enough, or straighten the leg, increasing the intensity. Try not to lean back, belly in. Grow a little taller. Don't lean back, stay there. If you want to increase again, arms up, biceps framing your ears in tandem, in line with your ears. 1 more breath in here, slowly release. Shake it out. Well done, guys. Nice and easy. Not really. Good work. Okay, this is the front of my mat where I'm pointing to. I'm stepping towards the back of the mat. Okay, so we're going to start to move along the mat itself, facing towards the top, but we're standing behind. All right, to the back of the mat. Take an inhale up here. Then as you exhale, chin towards chest, slowly soften the knees, roll yourself down. Pilates, roll down. Sequentially just peeling the spine off. Fingers onto the ground first. Hold it there. Now from here, both knees can be as bent as you want them to be. So bend them generously. Get ready, listen carefully. Starting to lift the right fingers up towards the ceiling. Straighten the right leg. Can we stack the right shoulder over left by pulling the right shoulder back? As you exhale, fingers down. The left fingers reaches up, rebend into the right knee. This time, straighten the left leg as you lift your left fingers up. Maybe look up towards the ceiling. Stack the left shoulder over right if possible. Fingers down. Now I'm going to give you an option to make it slightly easier, especially if you feel that you're quite tight today. Elbows can be on your thighs, okay? So you can do exactly the same thing. Straighten right leg, right fingers reaches up, pull the right shoulder back. This is a little bit more accessible. Then right elbow back down onto your thigh. Then start to straighten left leg, left fingers reaches up, stacking left shoulder over right. 2 more times, shall we? So either fingers on the ground or elbows on your thighs. Pick your choice. Just start to notice how this entire process feels like. Should feel a nice stretch through the back of your thigh, the one that's straightening. Then left fingers reaches way up high, straighten left leg, stacking left shoulder over right shoulder. Both elbows onto thighs or fingers onto the mat, up to you, okay? Now slowly you're going to start to crawl forward, so elbows on thighs, come down. Then take yourself into a plank position. Can I see all 10 fingers spread out wide, rooting all 4 corners of your palms in towards the earth, puffing the shoulders, hugging the belly in, squeeze bum everybody, hold it there. Now from here,
listen to your body, okay? If you feel that you need a slightly watered down version, you can drop your knees down, but keep your shoulders over the wrists. If not, knees are off the mat. Everybody, if you're on your toes, walk your feet in together. If you're on your knees, knees together. Ready? Float the right leg off the mat. So if you're on your knees, all you need to do is to float the leg away from the mat. Right toes back down, right knee down, left leg floating off. So again, I'm doing the watered down version. For friends who are doing this on the knees, if not, you should be on your toes. Right leg floats off the mat just like this. Right foot down or right knee down, left foot floats off the mat. That's it. Remember, push your chest away from the mat, puff the shoulders. Left foot down or left knee down, right foot floats off. This is the last set. Keep breathing, that's it. Right foot down, left foot floats up or left knee floats away from the mat. Both knees, both feet down onto the mat. Everybody, knees down. If you haven't done so, push back, child's pose. Take a deep, deep, deep inhale through your nose. The exhale, again, out through your mouth. Side bending is the next thing we're going to do. Walk your hands towards the right side of the mat. Maybe stack left palm over right palm, starting to breathe into the spaces of your lower left back. We won't be here for too long. So once more, just making sure that your head is actually in between your arms. Your head is not above your right arm, okay? So frame the head with your biceps. Walk your hands towards the middle of the mat again. Side bending towards the left, right palm over left. Keep the head in between the biceps. Just feel that stretch through the right side body. One more breath in here. Come back towards the middle. Now this time round, press your palms down, shift forward into tabletop position. So palms underneath the shoulders. When you're ready, stretching out right leg. If you need a little bit more support, tuck your left toes under. Okay? Now from here, I would like you to start to reach your left fingers forward. Find that balance first. Hold it there. Now listen carefully. Both left arm and right leg moves outwards. 30 degrees, open up. Then hug everything back in. Bicep in line with the ear. Open everything out again, 30 degrees out. Hug everything back in towards the midline. You got only one more time here. Bring it back out. Then come it back. Bring it everything back in. Left palm settles down. Listen, left toes, the one that I'm tapping right now. Okay, the bottom foot. You're going to turn it outwards to your left. Reach your right fingers straight up towards the sky. Open up through the chest. That's it. Hold it there. Right fingers, you want to reach towards the top of the mat. Bicep beside the ear. So you want to reach your right fingers to the top of the mat. Right toes towards the back of the mat. Hold it there. One more breath in here. Then as you exhale, listen, plant the right foot down completely. So notice that the outer edge of my right foot is planted onto the mat. That's it. Can you feel that side stretch on the right side of the body? Now, starting to use a little bit more synergy through your right waistline, lift the entire torso up, arms parallel to the ground. So you really want to root into the outer right foot. Arms are parallel to the ground. Arms are reaching energetically from one end of the mat to the other end of the mat. Get ready. Left fingers is going to tip down, right fingers up. Side bending. Don't touch the mat. Come back up again. That's it. Two more times. Side bending. Left fingers down, right fingers reaches up. That's it. One more time here. Arms parallel. Listen. Right palm on the side of your right thigh. Left fingers reaches towards the back of the mat. So again, opening up the side body. Left side. Breathe. Now in one very graceful and swift movement, plant your left palm down onto the mat. Right fingers floats up. Float the right foot off the mat. Now either stay here, or if you'd like to join me, you're going to start to curl your right heel to your bum. Right fingers grabbing onto the outer edge of the right foot. Kick into the fingers, open up through the chest. That's it. Hold it there, not long. One more breath in here. Then slowly, slowly, slowly release back into a plank position. Nice. Knees down, child's pose. That's it. Great work. Nicely done. Hold it there. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Next time you inhale, shift your weight forward, tabletop position. Stretch your left leg out, belly in. Again, if you need to tuck your right toes under, you're more than welcome to. Then right fingers reaches forward, okay? Now only 3 times before you move anything, I want you to make sure ribs are in, because I know that there's a tendency to hang the ribs like this. I want you to pull everything in. That's it. Reaching right fingers to the top of the mat, left tiptoes towards the back of the mat. Now both arm and leg moves outwards 30 degrees. Hug it back in. Find balance. You got 2 more times here. Opening up 30 degrees. Hug everything back in. 1 more time, open up 30 degrees, hug it back in. This time, right palm back down. Now, right tiptoes, the one that I'm knocking right now onto the mat. Turn it outwards on your right. Left fingers reaches up. That's it. So this time round, we're starting to stack left shoulder over right. And if available, left fingers reaches towards the top of the mat. Okay? So you're going to start to notice that my fingertips and my toe tips, they just make one straight line. Hold it there. That's it. Breathe well. Now slowly, slowly plant the left foot down onto the mat. Get ready. This time you're going to lift the torso up, parallel the arms. Okay? So starting to notice the outer edge of the left foot clearly is clearly planted down in towards the earth. Okay? Open up through the chest. Right knee underneath the hip. You're not sinking your hips back towards your heel already. Yeah? So right fingers down, left fingers up, side bending. So working the waistline, bring it back up. You got 2 more times only. That's it. Great work. 1 more here. Nice. This time, in one swift movement, right palm down, float left foot off the mat. That's it. You can either stay here or curl your left heel into your bum, left fingers grabbing onto the outer edge of the foot. Kick your foot into your fingers, open up through the chest. Take a breath in here, a breath out. As you exhale, start to step back into a plank position. Hold it there in plank. Now slowly, if you need to drop down to your knees, you can do so. Slowly plant your entire front body onto the mat. Ready? In 3, in 2, last one. Great work. Now this time, fingers reaching forward, fingertips onto the top of the mat. Get ready, float fingers, arms, chest off the mat. Only the upper body, all right? Now face your palms towards each other. That's it. Now thighs off the mat again. Not again, but thighs off the mat. Hold it there, breathe well. Now this time round, you're gonna lift everything higher. Everything descends down. Everything a little higher. Everything descends down. You got 2 more times, working to your back muscles. Squeeze your bum. Exhale everything down. 1 more, lift up, hold it up. Palms facing down. You ready? Reach your legs to the back of the mat as much as you can. Then pedal your legs like you're swimming. Keep going, keep going. I can't do this and speak, so I'm going to just talk you through. Keep pedaling your arms and legs. Straighten arms and legs as much as possible. Go a little quicker. In 4, in 3, keep going. Last 2. 1 more breath in here. Slowly push back. Child's pose for the final time. That's it. Great work. Take a moment to notice that inhale and that exhale. 1 more breath in here. 1 more breath out. Slowly rise up to a kneeling position. We're going to sit on our bums to face towards the back of the mat. Okay? So we're going to slowly come down into that abdominal workout because this is our last 12 minutes of the class. So quick, right? Hands behind the head just to support the back of the skull. Just starting to rest and notice your inhale and exhale. Hold it here. That's it. Now you're going to slowly come into nose to chest, which is Pilates version of a crunch. So you're going to lift your spine up, bone by bone, chin towards your chest, but it doesn't touch your chest, okay? Then slowly melt down, upper spine, neck, back of the skull. So you're going to lift the back of the skull first, the neck lifts a little higher, the upper spine, and maybe in between the shoulder blades. Then slowly melt down. So sequentially just lifting upwards. So everything about Pilates, you notice, is about that articulation of the spine. Keep going. That's it. Breathing well, starting to feel that contraction of your upper abdominals as you curl yourself up. Gently uncurling yourself down. Nice. You got 2 more times here, curling yourself up. Slowly uncurl. Now 1 more time, you're going to slowly curl yourself up. Hold it up.
right leg up to tabletop, left leg up to tabletop. Hold it, breathe well, listen, right tiptoes to tap the mat, bring it back up again, left tiptoes touching the mat, bring it back up. You got just a few more. Can I see you lift the upper body a little bit higher? Now keep your knees above the hips. If they come too close towards your nose, I know you're resting. That's it. Watch your thigh move away from you. It is not a kickback by doing this, okay? So I'm not trying to kind of diminish the angle between your cuff and your thigh, but rather that it is a 90 degree. All you want to do is to move the toes, tap it a little further away from you. That's it. You got 2 more times here. 1 right, 1 left. Nice. Great work. Bring it up. Hold it up. Stay here. Butterfly number 1. Both knees to open up. Hug it back in, knees above the hips. You got 4 more here. So this is butterfly number 1. There is a butterfly number 2, which makes it a little bit more intense. So just prepare yourself, all right, to work a little harder just for the final bit. You got 2 more here. Butterfly number 1, hug everything back in. Last one, butterfly number 1, hug everything back in. Listen, left knee stays in place. Open up the right knee only. So we're going to work 4 more times, right knee opens. Shoulder blades a little higher, please. That's it. So this is a little harder because I don't want your hips to roll. Start to notice your left knee, your left hip has to anchor everything in place as your right knee drops down. 2 more times. I am so close to not being able to speak. 1 more time here. Right knee opens out towards the side. Hug it back in. Keep the right knee where it is. Open the left knee towards the side. Hug it back in. That's it. Keep going, keep going. Great work. You got 3 more here. Nice. Last 2. Awesome. 1 more time here. That's it. Bring it back in. Right foot down, left foot down. Rest the spine down. Not done just yet. Hands by the side of your hips. Walk your heels closer towards your bum. Starting to lift the tailbone up first, then the lower spine, the mid spine, finally the upper spine. Again, everything is sequential. You notice that, right? Then starting to melt down from your upper spine, touching the mat, then mid spine, lower spine, finally tailbone, your bum. Lifting bum up again. That's it. Can we start to push the knees forward away from you instead of opening outwards in a V shape? So you might need to actually press more into your big toe. So you kind of like magnetize your inner thighs towards each other, okay? That's it. You got 2 more times here, lifting hips up slowly, bone by bone by bone. That's it, all the way up. Squeeze your bum, then exhale, melting upper spine, mid spine, lower spine, tailbone. You got 1 more time here, just slowly floating your hips away from the earth. Now you're going to stay up here. Just press into your feet, squeeze bum, hold it there. Maybe wiggle your arms underneath your body. Maybe interlace all 10 fingers. Push your knuckles towards your heels, presenting your chest up towards the sky. Stay there. Can you feel that strength in your bum, in your hamstrings, and also your lower back? Because we worked them pretty hard during the class just then. So you should be feeling them quite a bit right now. 1 more breath in here. Slowly release your arms, melt your upper spine, mid spine, lower spine, hands behind the head, nose to chest, curl yourself up. Slowly uncurl. You got 2 more times here, curling yourself up, hold it up here a little higher, then bring it down. This is your final one, curl up, hold it up. Now stay here, right leg up to tabletop, left leg up to tabletop. Now listen carefully. I want you to come into a C-shaped crunch simply by lowering your feet and your shoulders. Don't have to touch the mat. Everything back up again. That's it. Everything halfway down. Don't touch the mat. Everything squeezes back in. That's it. Everything halfway down. Everything reaches up again. You got 2 more times. Squeeze everything in. 1 more here. Squeeze everything in. Hold it there for 4, for 3, for 2. Last one. Right foot down, left foot down. Melt the spine down. Hands by the side. Great work, guys. Feet met with a pot. Start to windshield wiper your knees. Right, left, right, left. Now this is a pretty short one before we come into a seated position. So drop your knees towards your right, stay there. This is a supine twist. If you like, right foot, the bottom heel, can be stacked on top of your top left kneecap to weigh it down. So this gives you a bigger stretch in terms of twisting the body and feeling also the front of your left hip flexor. Well, the front of your left thigh, your hip flexor, find that extension, that stretch. Both shoulders are rooted down in towards the mat. That's it. Take a breath in here, a breath out. Now slowly release the right foot away from your left knee. Come back up towards the middle. Windshield wiper, left, right, left, right. The next time your knees drop to your left, stay on your left. Again, the option is to stay here. If not, stack left heel on right kneecap. Weight down. That's it. Open the right rib cage. Soften the shoulders down towards the earth. Take a breath in here. A breath out. Now when you're ready, release the left foot away from the right kneecap. Bring it back up again. This time, hug both knees in towards your chest. Hands can be on your shin. Lift the head off the mat. Rock forward and back just about 5 times. Don't be too quick to sit up, all right? This is my last 2 rounds, increasing the momentum. Last one, take a seat, cross-legged position, facing forward. Great work. Hold it here. Now, first things first, before we end the class, we're going to go through a very simple series of, I would say, stretches that uses a little bit of flexibility through your shoulders, okay? So when you're ready, so come into a cross-legged position. Now, you might want to sit up a little taller simply by peeling the flesh off your sit bones. So your sit bone grounds a bit deeper in towards the mat, okay? Now, if you find that this is quite uncomfortable and you cannot actually sit up tall, I would recommend that you place a block or a very thick cushion underneath your bum. So when you're more lifted, chances are you can actually sit up a little taller. If you're not too sure whether that helps you, you know what, just try it because quite likely you'll be able to sit up taller, okay? Now, you want to breathe in, arms up. Listen carefully, make sure biceps are beside the ear. I've been emphasizing on that for the entire class, right? So right wrist in front of left. Now I want you to turn your palms such that your thumbs are pointing towards me. So starting to notice that you can actually clasp your hands, your palms together. So thumbs towards the front, okay? Now using your right hand, you're gonna press more into your left to side bend towards your right side. That's it. Lifting up again. Then using your left palm, press more to side bend towards your left. Reaching up nice and tall. This time round, you're going to slowly allow your hands to sweep against each other and interlace. So what happens is that the back of your left palm is facing towards me. All right? You're going to take your arms behind your head, just like this. Looking forward, starting to feel that extension through your heart space. That's it. Now from here, slowly allow your hands down towards your thighs. Take an inhale here. This time, left wrist in front of right wrist. Turn your thumbs to face me, palms together. That's it. Reach up nice and tall. So get ready. You're going to side bend to your right, okay? So in order to side bend to your right, you need to use your right palm to press against your left to come into a side bend to your right. Sit up tall again. Side bend, other way. That's it. Sit up tall. This time, allow the hands to kind of come together such that your fingers are clasped against each other. Then bring it behind your head. Pull your elbows back. Lift the chin up slightly. That's it. Can you feel that nice, big extension through the front part of your body? Then slowly release. 3 breaths. We're done, okay? Take an inhale, deep inhale through your nose. And exhale out through your mouth. 2 more times. Take an inhale, reaching up nice and tall. Exhale, release. Final breath in here. Inhale, reaching fingers up nice and tall. Exhale, slowly release arms onto your thighs. Well done, guys. Thank you so much again for joining me every Sunday. Again, if you do find that certain of the moves, you know, the cues doesn't actually make sense to you because I'm using a lot of lingo that I built up across the months itself, please do actually revisit the videos that are kind of recorded 3 months ago because I go through very basic Pilates moves itself. All right? If not, thank you so much for joining me again on this very rainy Sunday, and I hope that you're staying safe and you're having a wonderful weekend. See you next week, everyone, at 11 a.m.